What's going on, guys? My name is Jack. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. I produce daily content based around video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe if any of those topics seem to tickle your fancy. Today we're doing a follow-up from my video the other day. This video here is going to be the best free video editing software for fast computers. We did one the other week called, you guessed it, the best free video editing software for slow computers. It was a banger. Connected very well. Everybody really enjoyed it. And, the free video editing software topic, just to do a little spiel first, is the most popular topic on my entire channel. It is almost overwhelming to me, the amount of views, subscribers, and everything we get every month from the free video editing software target audience on YouTube, right? This video I uploaded 6 months ago has nearly 2 million views, the top 3 best free video editing software. A lot of you guys watching this right now will have subscribed to me because of that video. And, when I uploaded that video, I expected it to do well because I knew that the free video editing software topic was pretty sought after, but not 1.8, 1.9, 2 million views, right? A couple 100,000 maybe, right? So it's an extreme interesting situation that's gone down. This video has just blown up and resulted in a lot of you guys coming onto my channel. Now, the unfortunate part about the free video editing software title is that if you're downloading a free video editing software, you kind of mistakenly think that it's going to be compatible with all computers because, it's a free app. They'll probably make it so we can run for beginners because beginners, they're not trying to pay stuff. So, naturally you kind of lead along the lines of thinking that you're going to be able to get it. Unfortunately, you can't. That's the reality of the situation, is the majority of slow computers, they just can't do video editing very efficiently. Video editing is hands down one of the most computer-intensive processes in the world. To be honest, probably not in the world. Mining Bitcoin, what else you got? Animation, rendering a Pixar animation of the new Toy Story. That's probably more intense than a little edit. But, in terms of random stuff that are normal human beings up to, not some Bitcoin. Well, they're normal human beings as well. But, like an everyday person you're going to find walking down the street. They might be wanting to do a chop to their little vlog or something like that, right? They want to do a little chop and cut to their edit. And unfortunately, a lot of computers don't support this, right? Or a lot of computers don't support the software that's able to actually do this, right? Totally fine. Without further ado, we're going to get into the best free video editing software for fast computers. And it just occurred to me there that you guys don't care about the other people probably that can't run the computers. You're probably writing them off in your mind like, God, idiots, they should fucking know that you need good computers. So I kind of gave that speech to the wrong audience. But people watch my videos all the time from different topics. So I assume a lot of you guys might have clicked on this even if you got a slow computer. So check the slow computer video out. Get out of here. We've wasted enough of the fast computer people's times. And, the fast computer people are getting mad at me now. Sorry, fast computer people. And without further ado, let's do it. So in short, in essence, if you will, the best free video editing software for fast computers is DaVinci Resolve, in my opinion. There's also HitFilm Express, which comes at a very, very close second place. And a third place, Adobe Premiere Pro Trial. I don't even have a third place. I just made that up on the spot, right? So DaVinci Resolve, in my opinion, DaVinci Resolve Beta, may I say, is 100% the best free video editing software on the internet. Now, it's also the most accepted in terms of the industry, right? It is an industry standard for color grading. Whatever they're up to over there in the labs of DaVinci Resolve, they're developing some seriously groundbreaking color grading, color correction technologies, right? And, excuse me if I show myself up by not really knowing loads of the lingo and stuff like that, but these color grade technologies is a little bit better than a lot of the stuff that other programs are using, and people in the industry, not just sort of people using this stuff for amateur stuff, will take their work and grade it in DaVinci instead of, they might have done the whole edit in Premiere or whatever, or done the whole edit in Avid or something like that, and then they bring it over here to DaVinci and they color grade it further in DaVinci because DaVinci has literally groundbreaking color grading settings. I remember before I even started doing these free video editing software videos, my little cousin Melik, standard Jewish name, Jewish Caribbean name, is telling me about DaVinci, about how he color grades all sort of stuff. Before I even started making these videos here. So DaVinci is it's out there in terms of not everybody. A lot of people know that the color grading abilities in DaVinci Resolve are phenomenal. Now, DaVinci Resolve Beta is the free version, right? So DaVinci Resolve on its own is paid. But DaVinci Resolve Beta, which is more or less everything, it's literally an amazing free video editing software. DaVinci Resolve Beta is totally usable on its own, and it's completely functioning as a free video editing software. You can then also upgrade it to the the, studio version, which is the actual paid addition to it. It's beta and studio. So make sure if you're downloading it, beta is the one you want. You do not want studio. HitFilm Express is a close second, in my opinion, because of how powerful it is effect-wise. HitFilm Express, it's basically like a little mini After Effects almost. Right now, that might be a little bit generous, actually. But in terms of a lot of its ability, just a lot of its effectability, not even just preset effects with, abilities of masking and stuff like that, right? It has a very Adobe After Effects / Premiere feel, in my opinion. Now, also, both of these, right, I haven't had extreme extensive use. So I've basically just made a bunch of YouTube content on these particular editors. And throughout the course of maybe the past year and a half, 2 years of making these free video editing software videos, none of these have been my main editor, right? So when I'm talking, I'm sort of hypothesizing, but I'm not, because I've used all these editors. I've made multiple videos on all these editors, but my main editor is Premiere. My main editor is Adobe Premiere Pro. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I used to be a Sony Vegas kind of guy. I then came over to Premiere about 2 years ago, and I haven't slowed down on Premiere ever since, right? In my opinion, Adobe Premiere is the best video editing software for, I guess you could say more amateur stuff, even though it's professional, but in comparison to movies are edited on some next level shit. Avert Media Composer, blah, 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 right? But Premiere, in terms of just your amateur is the wrong word. In terms of just your lower budget stuff, but even higher budget stuff, I don't even know, right? It's harder to what's called categorize Premiere in there. But basically, for anything that's just more or less freelance creative stuff, Premiere is your best bet. But DaVinci actually, if I had to switch from Premiere, which is my main editor, been my main editor for 2 years, if I had to switch, I would go to DaVinci Resolve. Now, 2 reasons because of this. First, DaVinci Resolve, if you guys have gotten comfortable using any other video editor, right? What's going on in the back? Is it glitching out or what? Is it glitching? No, it's just me or what? Basically, it lets you choose what layout you want to use, right? So say you open up DaVinci for the first time brand new, and you've been using Adobe Premiere Pro, and you just want to come here to do some color grading or something, you could choose the layout of Adobe Premiere Pro, and it just replicates it. Likewise, you could choose Final Cut X, you could choose all sorts of stuff. So this is another super plus, in my opinion, is the fact that you can actually just mimic the layout of whatever editor you were potentially using before, which, that's a huge deal. That's massive. Part of what makes learning a brand new software so hard is that you have to relearn the whole layout. Part of what makes learning another Adobe program so easy, once you already know an Adobe program, is the fact that they're all basically the same layout. The fact that, I actually started editing on After Effects, and then, taught myself Photoshop because it's so simple. It's just like a still frame equivalent to After Effects. Then you got Premiere, which is just a basicer version of After Effects, right? I kind of did it in a little bit of a weird order. Usually you don't learn After Effects, then Photoshop, then Premiere. Usually you learn Premiere, then Photoshop, then After Effects probably, or Premiere, then After Effects, then Photoshop. I went a little weird way, right? Because I'm entirely self-taught, so I just type it on YouTube. What are they using? After Effects. Sweet, that's me now, you know what I mean? I'm entirely self-taught, but overall, that's my little spiel right there. Basically, DaVinci Resolve 16 is hands down the best free video editing software for fast computers. It is the only seconded, right? It's next to it is HitFilm Express. Phenomenal. I know plenty of people who swear by HitFilm Express. And also, just again, to keep this pointed out, both of these have paid versions. So if you go to the description and download them for free, which I'll leave the free link, be careful that you don't click the paid link, because DaVinci Resolve Beta is free, but DaVinci Resolve Studio is not. Likewise, HitFilm Express is free, but HitFilm on its own, no Express, is not. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. I've been Jack. If you want to hit me and ask me any more questions, or any questions at all, because you haven't asked me any, on Instagram is the best place. I'm the most active there. You could hit me on Facebook or Twitter as well. You'll get a response as well, just probably not as fast as Instagram. I literally just naturally gravitate to Instagram the most. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.